Hey there friends, I'm going to show you something extraordinary. The Dutch Planet Zoo creator JustGoron has spent over 5 years recreating the real-life Safaripark De Beekse Bergen, one of Europe's largest wildlife parks located in the Netherlands. It is a near-scale accurate, full recreation of the zoo's walking tour. Every path, every enclosure, every viewing point, even the lakes system has been mapped and rebuilt with incredible precision. The result is one of the most faithful, detailed and ambitious Planet Zoo projects ever created. A showcase of realism and dedication that honestly demands respect. The zoo is so large that even powerful PCs will struggle to handle it, so Goron has split it into 3 separate files. And that's the way we'll be touring it today. Let's dive in. Join me. Alright guys, and before we dive in, I'm gonna ask you to do 2 things. Number 1, obviously go check out Goron's channel and workshop. He has been working on this, as I said, for 5 years. He has a lot of videos out about Beekse Bergen, but also a lot of videos about other zoos, both ones that he's building and in real life. So go check out his channel and subscribe. And number 2, this is going to be a very long video. So I've added chapters for all of the animals and all of the zones. So if you don't want to watch the whole thing through, you can just skip to parts that sound interesting to you. That being said, let's dive right in. Hey there friends. We're past the intro, so let's go. We just hopped off the bus here at Beekse Bergen, and as we walk towards the parking lot past the eternally captured creator Ibn here, who is one of Goron's collaborators and friends, and past these helpful signs that I read to prepare myself for this visit, I will tell you a couple of things. First of all, this zoo, as I said, has been split into 3 parts. Just for user convenience. We are touring, you won't really notice this I hope, but we're going to visit each part individually, and then I'm going to cut all these things together. That's number 1. Number 2 that you need to know is we're not going to see everything walking. There is a lot of work that has been put into just the surrounding areas, and although Goron has told me pretty much that these parts are more meant as a backdrop, if you are eager to see lots of backstage areas, lots of backdrops, backstage areas and everything like that, you can skip to the end of the tour already, where we are going to zoom out and check out everything that we haven't seen as a regular visitor. But let me tell you straight away, I have been to this zoo several times, and I can already tell you that what you're seeing right now is just so scarily accurate, so real compared to the real zoo. This is where the entrance is, but this is the parking lot of Beekse Bergen. This is really where we are, and I think one highlight we need to go check out before we go to the actual entrance is, as we really do a big old sprint right over there, it is this building here called the Kakhuis, which is just translated to English, the shit house. And this is a toilet building comprised of 582 pieces, and this is really what it looks like. This is the Kakhuis in all of its glory, and I want to highlight this first of all because it showcases one of Goron's most impressive skills, and that is that all of the signs you will see in this zoo and all of this decoration is done by Goron by hand, by combining individual pieces into something that looks like this. And that should tell you the amount of dedication that is at play here. I'm going to throw a lot of superlatives your way during this tour, and a lot of them your way, Goron, during this tour, because this thing deserves this. This project is absolutely ludicrous in how good it is. The obsession with the detail involved here, to the point that I could almost recognize individual trees from my visit to this zoo. It is hard to express how amazed I've been. I've followed this project almost since its inception, and having been to this zoo I recognize individual rocks almost, and that is just stunning work. So we are approaching the actual entrance here of Beekse Bergen here with the elephant statue, but as you can see, we're gonna check all of that later. The parking lot continues, and there's a whole safari resort back there, and in fact this zoo also has a safari experience by car. The zebra crossing here is actual zebra stripes, and we get this wonderful elephant statue here to open up our zoo visit here. The guest services building is right over here, just as it is in the real world, with some videos that play. And I'm going to assume that this office is also modeled, because of course it is. Why wouldn't it? And you know, you can pick up some brochures here, but we are going to go through the actual entrance here. But yeah, guys, just feast your eyes. Everything you're looking at is custom built. Well, not everything. He has credited all the blueprints involved. But also, as you can see, the staff areas are built exactly as they are in the real zoo. And I know I haven't even entered yet. Feel free to skip ahead to parts that look interesting, but we are going to go do the full experience, however long it takes us. So in case you can't hear it, the real music from the actual zoo is playing here. We have some public toilets here, some wheelchairs, and yeah, I just want to reiterate, these things that you're seeing are not billboards. They are actually constructed by font pieces by Goran. I've witnessed a lot of his live streams, and it takes him a lot of time to build even one of these. Just look at this, guys, just look at this. This is made by font pieces by Goran, and there's so many signs like that all over this zoo. It's not normal. It's not normal to dedicate this amount of time to a project. This is the gift shop as it is in the actual zoo. This is where I bought an umbrella one time while visiting during why is that showing? Let's remove that from our site. This is where I bought an umbrella, which I still use on the daily. This is the gift shop. I wonder if the umbrellas are even on display here, because I wouldn't put it past him, to be honest. But lunch boxes, everything. I don't want to have all of that selected. But yeah, amazing. Yeah, there we are. That is legitimately exactly the umbrella that I bought, with those stripes and the Beekse Bergen logo on it. You know, it is crazy. We haven't even entered the zoo yet, and there's already so much to look at. We have a little snack area here. We're not going to go there quite yet. And here is another snack area. This is where last time I visited, a lot of these were closed, but I do remember what is all this stuff? There's like a whole bar, a juice bar and everything. Are you guys seeing this? There's a whole playground reconstructed as it is in the real zoo, with a picnic bench and everything where you can drop off your kids. It looks... Just imagine, by the way, just imagine this being usable by guests. Because as you can see in Explore mode, it is definitely traversable by guests, so it is doable. But yeah, the playground, where now we're getting kind of lost. This is where last time I was here, I bought one of those, like, I don't know what the real name is, these like fried potato spirals on a stick, and that was so tasty. And yeah, guys, these signs, again, these signs, guys, are constructed by Goran, custom made. I'm not gonna do that with every sign. I just want to drive that point home that you're looking at the work of an insane man. But yeah, we have the Safari Studio where you can take some pictures. We have this building here dedicated to like the history and I believe the conservation efforts of the zoo. A bit of an educational building as well, as we get stuck on the roof, you know, classic Explore mode shenanigans there. but the density that is here already. I think what really sticks out to me is that this is so dense, and you don't really see this kind of entrance area a lot in other creators because well, yeah, it doesn't look convenient like this, right? It looks a bit messy, but the real place looks like this. This is a real zoo's entrance, and that realism makes this into one of the most real zoos built in the entire game, obviously. And here we go with the chimpanzees, the first habitat that we're going to see. That we they actually have several chimpanzee habitats and several gorilla habitats, and these buildings are sort of copy pasted in other spaces of the zoo. But I think we're going to head inside first. Niet op de ramen kloppen, don't knock on the windows here. The interior habitat for the chimpanzees, with the exact picnic table where I've sat right over here with the stroller and the 2 kids in there. And at this side, as you can see, look at this, guys. Look. Look. The world map, including New Zealand, made out of fun pieces. Absolutely crazy. We are going to not head here first. That's a bit of a teaser image. Looks like the gorillas are out anyway, so we are going to do the loop that is available to us for I even recognize these things, also custom made vending machines. We're going to do the loop that was recommended to us by Goron, just to make sure. We're going to head past the chimpanzees, past the wildebeest, and we're going to head right at a crossroads of 4, and we're going to do a loop right back to the entrance area. So let's follow along. We didn't look inside here quite well, but I remember that there's like a lion over here. There's a guy wondering what's up. Oh, that's the person who made the taxidermy, the tiger, right? Can I go in this time? Yes, I can. Look, this guy created this taxidermy tiger, and perhaps these animals as well. Custom-made skull. Another custom-made skull. Oh, okay. I was thinking that was a custom-made giraffe. It's an actual sign, but still. Look how cool this is. Look how cool it is. It's stupid. It's just stupid how long I've already spent in the entrance area. Let us continue. So yeah, this is Beekse Bergen as it is in real life. If you've been through that zoo, you will recognize what you're looking at, because it looks like this. This is the chimpanzee, one of them, the chimpanzee habitat. But as you can see, in a bit of a trick, you can see animals back there that do not share their habitat with the chimpanzees, although it looks like that, because one of the things Beekse Bergen does in the real life is create these illusions of habitats being connected. It's very common in zoos, but it is one of Beekse Bergen's trademarks, honestly, creating these sight lines like this. We shouldn't miss the animal over here at the other end, as we check out even little details like these retaining walls, these borders and everything. I don't even doubt for a second that this rock is also present in the real zoo, right? But we're going to head over here because this is the Persian leopard habitat, if I'm not mistaken, and it is this like green aviary-esque building with this sort of M-shaped, well, not really M-shaped, this sort of rectangular log where most of the time you'll see them hanging on these logs, and you get these 2 viewing windows into their habitat. And we got lucky that time with the Persian leopard there. You rarely... Okay, that's oops. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Keeper, for saving our life just now. Yeah, those things come with the territory of creating intricate habitats like that. We get some Persian Leopard escapes, but that was dealt with promptly by this wonderful, wonderful zookeeper. Amazing, the things that happen to you in a zoo like this. We say farewell to the chimpanzees for now. We will see chimpanzees again, and what you are seeing to your left is actually the habitats that are mostly reserved for the cars, because Beekse Bergen is a 2-part zoo pretty much, or you could say 3-part. It has a walking safari that is very, very long, a lot of walking in this zoo, and it has a safari ride where you slowly move past animals like the camels, the ostrich, giraffe, Gemsbok and everything. So it mostly serves as a backdrop for the walking tour experience, but we are definitely going to check out what Goron has built behind the scenes, because believe you me, there's so much detail in here that really deserves to be seen. At this end we also have Wildebeest, and I believe the Waterbuck is also back there, which is a modded animal, but amazing. Just like the real zoo. We even have this little adventure path that if you're feeling daring, you can walk. Be careful of doing this when it has rained, of course. But yeah, I've sat on this exact bench, I've read those exact signs, I've seen those wildebeest. It is so cool. I'm thinking that if you haven't been to this place, you're probably impressed with, just how cool this zoo looks. But having been there adds a layer of verisimilitude to this. There's the entrance, by the way. That is really, really a lot of fun. Even this bridge looks like the bridge. The cars pass under you here from one habitat to another. Apparently, Explore mode won't let me cross, so let's deal with that promptly. There we go. Or there we don't go. Right, we should be fine now. We have more safari being teased, of course, because it is of course more fun to drive past these animals. Although I always kind of worry about their health with all the the fumes of the cars. I wonder how healthy it is for them really. And that's another matter entirely. We have some electrical stuff here, some backstage stuff. We're gonna check all of that stuff at the end of the video. You're gonna have to and I believe this is the crossroads. That looks tempting, but as you can see, we are recommended to not head that way, not head that way either. That is for the second file. As you can see, this is the map, and that is the recreated real map of Beekse Bergen. It looks like this, and we are just going to do this, and then next we're gonna do this, and then this final part. As you can see, there's also this orange line is the driving safari. I believe that is the route you take, and there's also a water safari, which I haven't done. Actually, I've never done that. Oh, come on, man. How many pieces? This is 1,582 pieces to create a near exact copy of the actual sign that is standing there in real life. And then, I mean, do I need to explain to you how impressive this is? Do I really need to? Just standing here looking at this, it is just, my mouth falls open. I knew coming in how detailed this was, but just realizing that some people have built entire habitats that are fewer pieces than this simple sign, and that is just something to think about, right? But we're not going to head there. Hang on, what are you doing over there? We're gonna check you out, of course. This is the bull elephant pen. I believe this is with his awesome mud wall and this whole really brutal construction looking over there. I've always loved, you know, this elephant is pretty much being kept here in order to mate, because he has actually mated rather successfully, because last time I was in Beekse Bergen there were 3 baby African elephants, and that is such a blessing to see. And look at this gorgeous elephant habitat, and you do see that correctly. The elephants have an overpass over the guests, and when you get lucky they will come storming past you. The last time I was there they really ran over here, and they actually had a keeper standing over here-ish and feeding them, and the elephants all gathered. They're now standing all the way back there. They also do share this habitat with these antelopes, as you can see. So all of this is accurate to the real zoo, and I love the lighting here as well. I'm pretty sure it looks nice in all forms of lighting, but 1414 is doing wonders for us at the moment. Very wonderful. We have what is it called? The Nile Lechwe here, the Waterbuck, and the elephant. You can probably hear it somewhere in here with these wonderful rock walls, these dead trees, and this foliage being protected. Great stuff. All of the moats as well have been recreated, because you probably have noticed Beekse Bergen features very few barriers between you and the animals. That is, as I said, the trademark of this place, and it usually works with moats and hidden barriers, and it really works. And it does work in this recreation as well, because standing here you really feel connected to the animals in a very cool way. So let us move past this habitat. We have this wonderful sign explaining all about the savannah here, and you get a glimpse at the zebra. I'm suddenly doubting myself. And this is another seating area where you can take a look at the African elephant. Look at this majestic creature. Look at how, I've seen a lot of elephant builds. I've just done an elephant build and they have all been amazing, but just by the fact that this is based on a real elephant build, it instantly makes it the best elephant build I've seen, because this is an actual elephant build the way it looks in the real world. I'm kind of talking nonsense, but I think you know what I mean. Look at the awesome periwinkle covering the ground here, making it look so nice. Elephant having a drink here. And we do have an aviary back there to check out. We have this playground where my daughter had a fun time last time around on the swings and everything. And yes, I didn't want to miss this. A Meerkat and Bat-Eared Fox habitat with a backdrop here of the wildebeest and zebra. Is it zebra? Now I'm doubting myself again. Is it zebra? It's zebra, right? And the waterbuck there, which is actually a much nicer mod than I thought. I'm definitely gonna add this to Bolo Bolo. Yet another animal to add. But yes, we do have the meerkat here, and normally I had downloaded the mods for the bat-eared fox, but it might not have worked. But yeah, the hope here is for all of these habitats to blend together well, and I feel like they've accomplished that. We're going to move past here and take a left here, but we are actually not advised to visit this part just yet. That is for file 2. So this is teaser for later. Was that bird flying just now? Did they update the mods with flying vultures? I'm eager to find out. We get some restrooms, and if I'm not mistaken, this is where we need to go. Am I getting lost here? We get... I've been here already. Yeah, the meerkat. Did I not get the bat-eared fox mod? Okay, maybe I made a mistake there. Just imagine a bat-eared fox also in here, although I haven't seen it myself when I visited the zoo. But we continue this way, right? Because this way is forbidden to us. Yes, there we go. We get a car overpass here with this wonderful damaged concrete retaining wall here with another 623 pieces involved creating these signs. Goron, I've told you this many times in comments, in streams, and during this tour already, but you are insane. This is such a work of passion and love for this zoo, and you've actually made national news in the Netherlands for doing this, and you deserve it. This is a wonderful habitat, also in the real world, for the African wild dog, and I believe I've got a whole bunch of them sleeping in their very lush, almost eye-level habitat. It's not as easy to see them when you do visit. They are very hard to spot. They're usually easier to see with the cars, I've noticed. I don't know why but they even have custom mounts. What's the word I'm looking for? Burrows, yes. But look at this recreation of the viewing area here with all of the logs involved. And I promise you, this is what it looks like when you actually go there. And this sign, I believe, this is I think some sort of a radar thing that some educational radar sonar thing that you can move around and listen for sounds. Although mostly you just see kids grabbing this and moving it around and running away. That's the way it works with the educational things in zoos mainly. But as you can see, we do get a wonderful glimpse here at another zoo animal here. One of the latest habitats to be added, if I remember correctly, for the black rhinoceros there. And look at it standing over there, just begging to be included in the video. That is such a wonderful shot here. I'm really pleased that the animal worked with me this way, and I wanted to get involved like this, because that is what you hope to achieve when you build a zoo, is a moment like this where the animal stands in exactly the right spot, both as a real zoo builder and as a JustGoron, I imagine, who will be rather pleased. And we do get moving vehicles here as well, with the Wildebeest, zebra, and black buck. So yeah, the black rhinoceros has I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's 2 habitats, because they are solitary creatures and they get this funky little bunker to hide under if it's raining, I imagine. And as you can see, it goes quite a ways back to the back with these trademark trees that are all over, Beekse Bergen, but also that region of the Netherlands, north of Belgium, south of Holland. Those trees are very common. But yeah, black rhinoceros to the right, the habitat that we've seen plenty of times. So I'm going to pay more attention to the left, of course, because this is the, if I'm not mistaken, yes, the second rhinoceros habitat. And you see the wonderful creature here resting. It has its own bunker here. The landscaping involved, the foliage involved, the density of the trees here. It's just beautiful. It all looks so crisp. And it's just a testament to how much Goron, I believe, loves this zoo. I don't want to know how often he has been to this zoo. Or how many pictures he's seen or footage he's taken to do it with this much detail, because all of the backstages, not all of them, but most of the backstages are actually also built to the real thing. And even things like this, I promise you guys, if you stand here in the real zoo in the Beekse Bergen and you stand here that will be present. That little mud wall effect, those exposed roots will be there in the real zoo. When I first checked this zoo, when it wasn't finished yet, and then I went to the De Beekse Bergen, I genuinely recognized trees and mud walls from Goron's recreation in the real world. So that is just mad to consider. And look at this wonderful green water here. Amazing nature as well. Beekse Bergen is also just notable for it's also just a very good walk out in nature with these massive sprawling habitats. Look at this, another wonderful sign explaining all about the different rhino species, where they live in the world. Of course, if you need to know, they used to live in far more places than they do now, and many of their kind are very close to extinction. I don't want to get lost. We came this way, right? Yes, we did. Alright, let us continue. I think we're going to find a bit of an educational spot here. Yes, we are. And I leave it to go around to tell you all the details of what's present here, because I don't really remember myself. Wasn't this like some mining corporation, or am I mistaken? What are they actually trading here? What is that? I'm not too sure. I'm not gonna say what it looks like. I think I'm gonna let Goron explain that to us. Or perhaps it is a rhino horn poaching. I'm not sure. I'm so sorry, Goron, that I don't remember this. But yeah, I'm not too sure what real world thing this actually is. Look at this wonderful shed here. Even the roof is reconstructed in such a wonderful way. And this is oh my god. Yes. My heart is thumping with joy. For two reasons, right? Number one, this is what it looks like in the real zoo. But number two, even if this didn't exist, and if this was if this was just a custom zoo made by Goron, looking at this, you would be stunned as well. This is so nice to look at, and you don't see many zoos like this by creators. Something about, what should I call it? The randomness of the nature around it. It's quite unpredictable the way these paths work. All of these are null paths, of course. But the fact that the chaos of the real world is preserved in Goron's recreation makes moments like this so much more impressive. And even with the ugly little electrical boxes there. But this is the lion habitat. And this window, fun thing about this window, if you actually go there, it is usually very muddy. And it has like lion paw prints scraping down from the top to the bottom for all the moments where the lions stood against these walls and then just dragged their paws down. And oh my god, the lighting is really working overtime here to work with me to showcase this habitat to you. These trademark green fences in Beekse Bergen, which really have inspired me in many cases to build something like this. But look at this wonderful, also the lion remaster looks so great. The periwinkle, the ground covering, the green grass. What a wonderful, wonderful sight to behold, really. Some good old lion poop. Guys, tell me, in the box back there, that looked like poop, right? I want Goron to tell me what it really is. But this is so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm smiling from ear to ear right now. I'm having so much fun. I'm probably not even doing it justice the way I'm touring it. I know I still have 2/3 of the zoo to go, but just look at the detail, all of the plants involved, all of the rocks, and I promise you, if I zoom out at the end, you're going to see just how much accuracy is involved here and how much detail. They do have this little truck here that they actually do spend a lot of time on. Apparently the lion here doesn't quite yeah, you won't see them doing that in real life, but actually most of the times I've been to the zoo, you'll have one of the lions resting back there in the sun. And look at these wonderful sight lines. Ah, my god. And then just the water here, and the wall, and the foliage, and the buildings, and the climbing frames, and oh, I don't know what to say. I'm really exhilarated by this. Stop getting in the water, guys. Lions are really not swimmers. You know, Planet Zoo is gonna Planet Zoo, I guess. But yeah, even these little, I don't even know what they're used for. These little logs in the ground here are there in the real park. Yes, and this is, I believe, the start of the safari boat ride. You have this covered place to get in a queue. We're gonna skip ahead a little bit, and you have this boat. I believe there's one or two of these boats that you can take, and we're also gonna do that at the end. And you can see yet another way of visiting the zoo. In the past, all of these waters were actually usable by sea lions, if I'm not mistaken, but not anymore. I always thought that was kind of crazy, but not sure how it worked. But yeah, you get this little stop here, a place to rest, grab some snacks, and that's the parking lot, right? Yeah, there goes the shit house. But look, guys. I just want to stand still here again. Look at how the walls look so painted in this. And I know just how long Goron, I've seen streams of his, and he would spend an entire stream just like on one of these buildings. And it really shows. It really shows. I am so happy I'm so happy I'm recording this. I'm so thankful that I get to see this. Alright, I think we've completed the loop at this point. We get another wonderful view here of the lion. Look at that. Just resting there in the midday sun. Fantastic. Also these stork nests, if I'm not mistaken. I'm hearing all of the custom audio from the zoo. This is like a themed education area for the mining area, and you get videos here. I thought I had downloaded the video that should have been playing here, and it actually says that it's showing this, but that's kind of a shame. I will fix that for next time, because there's actually videos playing here and audio. And you get a mining shaft here. Alright, this is actually not the chimpanzees, this is the gorilla. They, as you know, they shared their backstage over there with the chimpanzees, and this is one of two gorilla habitats present in the zoo. And there is that building there, that restaurant that I've never been to actually myself. I think it was closed or something for renovation. And even this like strange terraced viewing area is accurate. And there we have the gorillas. Look at those big boys and girls. And this like trademark bunker thing that they have as well. So beautiful. Look at the river heading under that bridge there. The density of the foliage. The realistic coloring of the water. Look at these beautiful water borders here. What plant is that? Actually, is that the diamond leaf, willow bush. Good to know. Good to know. Speaking as someone who struggled in his last build to cover up the borders, this is an habitat that I often see kind of forgotten. I didn't speak about it when I walked here in the parking lot, but this is the Lar Gibbon. You'll have noticed most animals so far, and the trend will continue, are African animals. The zoo does have some Asian animals as well, but most of the animals in Beekse Bergen are African, but we do get the Lar Gibbon here. Really funny little animals. And actually should be counted pretty much as apes as well, instead of the monkey name that you could give to them. We do get one brachiating there, kind of side. Look how they move. I've always said that if I were to reincarnate as an animal, it would be a Lar Gibbon, because I sort of identify with the way they run, with their arms held up like that. That's, if you want to imagine me running, that's what I would look like. It's doing all the brachiation and the game won't let me see it. And now it's just vanished. It has literally... Oh, it's hanging there. Hang on. I wanna look at that. Whoop. Whoa. I wanna check out their island and see him hanging there. There you go. You love to see it. The smelly, moldy fruit. The gibbon. Look at how beautiful those trees are. All built out of separate tree pieces. This guy just hanging here. The periwinkle covering on the floor. It all works so well together. Fantastic. And yeah, it's not just the animals that we're gonna check out. These... like we have this restroom area, we have this restaurant right over here. I think this is like a buffet where you can grab your own stuff, I'm not sure. I haven't been in this particular restaurant, I've only been to the other one. And then you get a wonderful view here of the gorillas, or you can sit over here on the terrace with all the decorated tables here. You get the menu, you get the plants over here, and this awesome unique view here of the gorilla. Custom made seats, custom made tables, custom made bins as well. You love to see it, you really do. Fantastic. And also, I don't know guys, something about the lighting in this zoo and the color of this yeah. So as you can see guys, we have completed the first loop, so I'm gonna head on out and I'll see you for the second loop when I film the second part. Hey guys, this is me about to tour the second part of the zoo, and oh my god, I just loaded in the file, and I'm just once again reminded at how absolutely fantastic this is. Really, just look at this beautiful site that we're looking at. Look at the baby elephant there. Look at the tree guards here protecting the trees. It's just so good. Look at the little baby elephants there. So we are going to head over here. I have a bit of a complex route planned, so if I do a little bit of cutting, we're gonna go like this, and then like this, and then like this. We'll see. Doesn't really matter. Let us continue. We're going to head under the elephant overpass. I do believe that they are not intended to use it by JustGoron. It seems like he has blocked off this moment. This is definitely a case of at night or at certain times they need to be moving to the backstage. And again, all of this that you're seeing, this backstage is all accurate to the zoo itself, based on Goran visiting these parts or having extensive pictures of it available to him. So yeah, you can trust that if you can see something in this recreation, it's what's there. Right, I'm gonna improve the weather once again. I want the nice weather, and this lighting seems to have been doing wonders for us. So let's move on under the elephant overpass, as I was saying, with the wonderful decals here and the lighting. And we are going to come to one of the absolute highlights of the zoo, if you ask me, and that is this very large elephant yard, you could say, with these beautiful walls here. But the highlight of this elephant yard is that they are cohabiting it together with the mandrill. What am I saying? The mandrill. The baboons. There you can see one of them. And the baboons have their own little rock here. And yeah, it has this whole dry mouth going on. This does look a bit larger in real life. It's bigger in the actual zoo. But yeah, just the detailing here with these trees sort of aimed sideways, and then this large group of beautiful animals walking past, and this protection, the fence, and then at this side you get a look at these animals, because this section, this almost heart of the Beekse Bergen, is really aimed at the elephants, and they have their own little interesting things to hang food on, or enrichment in general. Guys, the Waterbuck is a really good mod. I really need to be using that. It looks fantastic. Anyway, let us push on. So yeah, it is the elephants together with the Hamadryas Baboon, as you can see. Wonderful sign back there. Yeah, dude, they do get this little rock, and if you do go there, you'll see that they hang around there. And this is actually also very interesting and very well recreated. Once again, this is like some sort of a broken down hut, and it has these little walls, holes in it, walls with holes in it, and that is obviously the goal for the elephants to put their trunks in and actually have to dig for their food. Same with these things, they're all meant to be feeders that the animals can interact with in different ways, just to keep them engaged. And I love these tree guards, preventing the animals from messing with the trees too much. And we have some more wonderful recreation detail going on after this amazing view here of the elephant. This is where last time I was there, I saw for the first time in my life, actually, if I'm not mistaken, 3 baby African elephants. I've seen plenty of Indian elephant babies before, but I've never seen African elephants babies before, and it was such a joy to see them, truly. But I want to turn this way, because this is a very well recreated and educational part. Look at this viewing gallery, by the way, through this broken down hut. And if we go through here, we'll get this little section where actually did not expect it to be like this. What you actually get here in real life is there's a video playing of a man, and Goron has actually recreated the scene by putting a real guy behind a screen with a spotlight. That is really funny. That is so funny. And even here you get this. And this, the meaning of this is elephants, African elephants, they do have a tendency to, they migrate a lot, they move around a lot. Oh, that's a spoiler for later, actually, hyenas. And in order to keep them away from entering... Oh, the audio is playing. I don't know if you can hear it. There's audio playing of the actual video from the actual zoo. But yeah, these are like boxes with bees in them, and elephants are scared of bees, so they would absolutely get away from this particular part of the zoo. So right, we're heading to a very painstakingly recreated part of Beekse Bergen here, and it's called the Afrika dorp, the Africa village, you might have guessed. And let me tell you, I have seen Goran working on this thing in so many streams, working on it, deleting parts of it, working on it again, because this has also been renovated a lot, but this is just like a very fun little area with shops and bins and picnics and just great vibes overall and funny masks like this. And I love that it's just like a chaotic jumble really of things thrown together, but I think it's exactly that, the realistic human feel of this recreation really drives home the fact that this was, you know, based on a real place where the human side of a zoo is just as present as the animal side. But let me see. Alright, we're going to be taking a left here as soon as we can. We're going to check out this Afrikadorp again later, but we are headed up here. I remember this very much from last time I was there. An amazing moment here with a beautiful African elephant with this view of the baboon rock, and behind this rock actually is the shelter building, I believe, for the baboons. And awesome stuff. Look at this. Can we get up there? Let's see. Oh my god, it looks so good. Look at this bar with all these custom tables and custom chairs, and then this wholly unique seating area where you can just see the elephants and the baboons walking past you. And look how beautiful this is. Look how real this feels. And then the playground here, painstakingly recreated. Yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. You love to see it. And then you get the whole view here of the background. Because yeah, you can actually rent a bungalow at Beekse Bergen and sleep and actually get your own exclusive views of animal habitats that you don't get to see during the walking tour. In fact, I did so a few months ago and I really had the time of my life. So let us continue this whole big terrace, this wonderful playground. Once again, just imagine guests being able to interact with this. That would be so fun if the guests had like their own climbing system. But we need to absolutely check out. We're gonna be taking this left route, I believe. But we need to check out this restaurant. Because, I mean guys, look at this. Go check out real pictures. I believe I included one in the beginning of this restaurant, and then look at this. This is a new restaurant that was built. I've been there like 2 times, and it even has the music playing, the funny little ropey chairs. I've sat at this table. This exact table is also there if you visit. And yeah, this is the entrance, and it is completely detailed on the inside as well, with this beautiful soft lighting, this seating inside, these booths. It even has the bins over here with like some trash left behind. Is that what I'm seeing? These amazing booths here with the faux rocks and the candles, the potted plants. It is gorgeous, and the whole way around you get this terrace outdoors, and you get the view here that I'll be focusing on, and you get like yeah, you can grab your food here. It has these kiosks where you can order, all recreated, including the thing where you put your bank card and everything. Oh man, and even the restrooms are just exactly the way they are. It's kind of a shame that I glitched out of it there, but yeah, even the restrooms are here. This is a gift shop. We're not supposed to be here yet. Oh, I shouldn't have been... Restrooms, where are they? Let's find them again. But this is so nice. Absolutely bloody fantastic. I did not expect that to be the case. So yeah, guys, another just ridiculous moment here in JustGoron's. Many accomplishments here in this zoo. Just fantastic with the ecosystem and everything. Hey there. Bloody fantastic, it truly is. And yeah, you do get, while seated here, a view here of a very unique habitat. We actually can get there this way, or we can. Or is this a staff-only area? I've been in there personally. I've been in this building. I'm actually gonna hop this fence right now and just do whatever I want to do. But yeah, you get the white rhinoceros here. And they actually have a much larger, a very large area behind here for the driving tour. But they also have this little area over here. And yeah, I absolutely recall having visited this building personally, so I'm actually gonna do that right now. There's even signage here about the 2 species of rhinos in Africa, conservation efforts, rhinos being protected, being transported even, rhino skull. And yeah, you get a glimpse here of the rhinoceros backstage with this guy hanging out. Wonderful. And again, you just have to look up and appreciate the level of detail that is at play here. The dedication to recreating this is amazing. It really is. But yeah, I'm not sure why this is actually sectioned off, because I've personally been inside this building. Perhaps it's only at certain times of year, or it's not anymore accessible for guests. But oh, that rhino is growing wild, heading for the water, and we are actually going to head for not there. We're going to head past this playground, and here we get a view of I always get this wrong. I know a lot about plant zoo animals, but I always get these two guys mixed up. But this is the springbok, right? Springbok? That is the springbok. All right, there we go. This is the springbok habitat with their lush water back there, their little island here. Great stuff. Just a peaceful little... One thing I also appreciate about Beekse Bergen personally is that they don't, they don't have the option of taking, African foliage and putting it here. That all the trees you see here, most notably these trees, they are present in the habitats of the animals. So this, what you're seeing here, is not at all the natural environment for these animals, but somehow it works, right? It just presents these animals in an unexpected way, and I appreciate that for sure. And you get another shelter here, and there you can see the baboons actually climbing their rock. I'm very happy I got to see them doing that actually. And it's good to see that this is traversable to them. And yeah, if you visit here in real life, these baboons have so much space to them that they really exhibit so much natural behavior. And yeah, back there you see the driving tour and the bungalows that you can actually have a night's rest in. And again, this zoo's trademark feature of hiding barriers and making it look like this is all one connected habitat, when, of course, obviously, it isn't. And we get this little ashtray here, even with cigarette decals, because of course Goran did that. Why wouldn't he? We get a little adventure route here with another unique view here of the baboons and elephants should they visit. And yeah, you can get some sneak peek here of what's over there. We are taking the adventure route. We get another glimpse here of the springbok, and we go on our merry way. Actually, what's over here? We don't need to be there yet. Oh, I even remember this from the zoo. My daughter went down this slide and tried to go up this pole, and we really had to help her out. But yep, this is very accurate to the building that I've seen in real life. But we are going to continue this way. And next up is another habitat that is also accessible to drivers in their car. As you can see, we actually have the ranger car going past here. This is the very, very, very large giraffe, zebra, sable antelope habitat. That is, I believe, one of the final habitats of the safari tour. And it is just a huge amount of space that is available to you here. And yeah, just look at this huge, and look at the terrain work with the soft slopes, really creating, you know, this relief, this texture through this habitat, this natural look of a real landscape that you often are, you know. I've never consciously tried to shape a landscape in waves like this, because it takes so much patience to do. So yeah, very inspirational once again, the way this all looks. Fantastic stuff. Beautiful little section here, truly, to have a rest, eat your sandwich. Fantastic. By the way, guys, I've seen sable antelopes in when I slept in Beekse Bergen. I saw sable antelopes in the. I had like our own little habitat that I could see from my balcony with some other bungalows. These guys are absolute jerks. They are jerks. They were chasing everything in the habitat. They were picking fights with like the Watusi. They were picking fights with giraffes, with bunnies, with each other. These guys are really, really territorial and aggressive. You don't expect that with antelopes, but they really, really were not messing about. I sort of gained appreciation and lost appreciation for them at the same time during my visit. And yeah, in case you're wondering, this is a modded zebra, the Giraffe zebra. Just a gorgeous texture here. Great thing to showcase. If I'm missing out on backstages, I will visit them again, as I said, at the very end. Here we get another chance to grab some Pepsi. Grab something to drink, and yeah, of course we're going to do another little adventure path over here, because why wouldn't we? Let's hop past this one, go over here, and we get to see the second gorilla habitat. Yes, we are. And yeah, just seeing this, you know, just by the fact that this is present, that this is also here in the real zoo, and that Goran went, well, this is in the real zoo, I gotta put it in my zoo. You just know that. Like, he wouldn't put this here with no reason. I absolutely trust Goran on the fact that at this exact bend in the zoo's path, this little path is showing beneath the dirt. I believe it so much. So yeah, you might see this, recognize this building sort of. It's a bit color swapped from the orange we saw in the beginning, but this is the second gorilla habitat, which yeah, they do share with the colobus monkey over here, as they do in Beekse Bergen. And they often interact in funny ways, because these guys are kind of like really tricky, and they love to sort of tease the larger, slower gorilla. I love it. Great atmosphere for sure. And I do believe, yeah, at this edge here, we are our view is obstructed, so we are pretty much hinted to look to the right in this particular instance. And yeah, guys, I think this is what I was talking about, the natural foliage of the, you know, the actual region of the Netherlands. This kind of tree is also, as someone who lives in northern Belgium, this is the kind of tree that we have growing in that region. So seeing it like this also is kind of nostalgic to me, because I know right away, yeah, those trees, they grow in our region of the world, and seeing gorillas with those trees, it's really unique. And a lot of builders, including me, will be tempted, you know, if you have gorillas, you take African trees, but no, these are absolutely not suited to the biome of the gorilla, but it works, right? Oop, sorry, but it absolutely works. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff hidden from us. We're gonna check all of that out at the end. We're gonna do a second go through this zoo from the top. Of course, not at the same pace. Alright, so this we are pretty much told not to continue further. This is the end of this file. We are going to head over here. Toilets, are they modeled on the inside? They are. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind that at all. Okay. Yeah, the final part of the zoo is for later. There's still some amazing stuff, so keep watching. But we are going to go here past an aviary for what is actually one of my favorite birds that exists. This is the... Hang on, let me get this right. This is the northern ground hornbill, Abyssinian. I forget when. I think this is the northern ground hornbill, right? And they have their little aviary here, and I love these guys so much. I love their size, the way they strut, the size of their claws, just the look of them. Really cool birds. I'm a huge fan of these in real life. So yeah, let me do a quick jump cut because I'm gonna check out the map, make sure I'm not mistaken. Alright, so we're going to head here first because we're actually not going to miss anything by doing so. We're going to enter this little backstage. We get our own another playground here. We're going to enter this and get a really cool sneaky view here of the colobus monkey walking past. And we get an indoor part for the gorilla and their smaller neighbors. And I believe we get the chimpanzee's second indoor area as well. Accurately recreated with the accuracy that you expect from him, pretty much. Oh, I see a baby chimpanzee. And we can have a seat here and check out this. One thing I really appreciate about this particular habitat, you know, in this zoo and in the real Beekse Bergen Zoo, is that it looks small, but then you see that after this sort of strip of land, you get a whole other island. So it's actually pretty big, and you get this really cool view here of this family of chimps actually following the littlest one indoors. And yeah, also the chimpanzee remaster hard at work here. But just a really inspirational sight, truly. There's a bunch more. Seems like they maybe all are gonna have a rest or something, or gonna play with some enrichment. But yeah, I love that they're all moving in unison. That really adds a touch of realism. So we are heading over this bridge, in fact. So let's head up these steps. Up this sloping... What is down here? Is that just an alternate route? Yes, it is. We also could have gone... Or wait. Now I'm actually getting lost. Guys, yeah, it's... Yeah. I just don't want to miss out on anything, because this zoo deserves everything to be seen. What is this? I don't remember what this is. Is this a habitat, or is it like an old habitat that's no longer in use? I don't remember this. Is this the old meerkat habitat? Goron, tell me. There's no animals in here. I don't remember this. Okay, I'll have to see in my memory. And here we get the Cape vulture aviary. There is actually a buffalo skull here buried in the sand, kind of overgrown with moss if I remember correctly. And we get the 2 Cape vultures here with these wonderful, beautiful mods. Great stuff. Fantastic. And this tunnel leads to this viewing bubble, but again, this has to be like an old meerkat habitat, right? That's what it feels like. I don't remember seeing it myself. This is not where we're going. We're going to go here towards the bridge. So, right, it was important for us to check out the aviary. We get a nice elevated view here of the chimps. We know that they're in there. But from this bridge, we're gonna get another view here at the island they have to themselves at the other end. Really showcasing that these guys have a lot of space. And I love the use of foliage here. And I really appreciate the sightlines present here. This is like a safari tour exclusive, this river bend here. And look at this beautiful, realistic mud wall. This is truly what a mud wall is. You know, like the river has taken away sediment with these roots showing from the trees there. And I don't know why I get such a kick from this. I think number one is because if you go to the actual zoo and you look at this is what it looks like. And I feel like it's such a standout feature to me because it's such a naturalistic moment. Because this is a real, like, natural phenomenon that you don't get in automatically in these like designed natural environments. Am I making sense? I'm not sure. Anyway, gotta pause recording because my son is waking up next to me. All right, friends, the child has been moved to a secure location. And speaking of moving to another location, I'm gonna spare you the rest of this boring talk about mud walls and continue on as we gaze once more upon this beautiful chimpanzee island, where we are instructed not to fall over into the habitat, so to speak. And here you get the other side of the chimp. I love that side of the family moving with the baby and everything. Absolutely love it. And yeah, we'll talk about this later. This is the aviary, as you can see down there, the flamingos, and behind it you can see another vast environment for the Watusi, the white rhinoceros, and the common eland. And I believe that there's actually a 4th animal in here, but I'm not sure if it was included in the mod list. And down there we do get the greater flamingo. And in all the times I've been here to this particular aviary, I've never really understood what the meaning is of this like large planky thing. I guess it's where their shelter is. Right, it is. Let's actually enter the aviary, because why not? Because yeah, it is their shelter kind of thing, yeah. But it does obscure quite a lot of the view, actually, of the flamingos. And actually, I do believe that there's actually even more. That's a lot of actuallys as well. That there's more animals present here, but it seems like they haven't been included in this particular habitat. But yeah, just an aviary for the flamingos here. Funny story, well, not really funny. Kind of a dumb story, really. I have this app installed on my phone where you sort of like, with Pokemon, it registers bird calls and then it adds them to like your list of you've seen this bird in the wild. And I really was eager to add the flamingo to my list of birds, and I stood there recording flamingo bird calls for like 5 minutes, and it just wouldn't recognize one of the most recognizable bird calls as flamingos. And I don't know what was up with that. But anyway, this is your view here of the very, very, very large environment here. I believe this is the place where once upon a time in this zoo the cheetahs had escaped. I think it was here, because the cheetahs live there, as you can see, right? And I believe one of them had escaped into this habitat and was just chasing around. Of course, no one was harmed and no animal either, but I remember seeing the videos for that. It is also this place where, look at this beautiful staff path, by the way, built downwards like this. It is also in this zoo where I've seen footage of people leaving their car to check out the cheetahs from close by. And if you do that, you're just an absolute idiot. I don't know where your one brain cell went, but it's not present anymore. And this is the habitat for, if I remember correctly, exclusively male Hamadryas baboons. And what I think stands out about this habitat, and it has been recreated rather well, the chimpanzee habitat, also in the real zoo, is, you know, it has plants and it's green, there's grass. These baboons, this like group of single male baboons, has absolutely decimated their habitat. There's no plant life. It's just like the fields of Mordor, like a mud pit. And I think it's just so funny that like a group of single males couldn't do basic upkeep of their living quarters. It's typical male, right? Typical man to not want to do any gardening and just pull out every plant so they don't have to worry about it. But yeah, this is again very accurate representation of what it looks like in real life. This little weird baboon, bachelor pad. So I love it. Lovely planting here. And I believe if we continue, I don't necessarily want to sprint through the zoo. I'm just impatient to get to what's next. But yeah, I'm just really admiring the veracity of it all. Here we get another one of those signs built by Goron, with even like logos and everything, statistics, all of this constructed with 1,650 pieces, if not more. It just boggles the mind, right? I know he spent 5 years building it, and that also boggles the mind, but still, even then, the skill to pull something like this off, just realizing that this is made of like, I don't even know how to do, I wouldn't even know how to begin doing this personally. So good. Alright, and then we get this beautiful little wall here of these logs. We get the springbok once again, between the springbok and the rhinos, and we return to the restaurant, and I'm gonna do a little big cut here. Actually, no, I'm not. Look at the why is the word escaping me? The stork in the tree. Yes. As someone who lives close to a zoo, Plankendaal in Belgium, in Mechelen, which is close to Brussels, it also has this whole deal with ostrich. Why am I saying ostrich? Storks, using it as a place to live and then heading south. So there's also that present in Beekse Bergen, because it's not that far, honestly. So we're heading back to the Afrika dorp, because I'm gonna check my map again. Yes, we are actually going to go through it. And head right. No, we're gonna head left. What is this? I think I remember what this is. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. This looks like staff. Yeah, this looks like staff. This is definitely not somewhere where I'm supposed to be. I apologize, but yes, you can see Goron absolutely did include all of this, just to give you a little glimpse into the mad lad that he is. The detailing present in this random building that you don't ever need to see. And this is also a great little glimpse at the work that is involved in getting this to work. Let's actually sorry, I'm showing all of this to you in all the wrong ways. Let's enter the gift shop like we're supposed to, with this amazing giraffe plush made out of rope knots. Sunglasses, I believe, is what this is supposed to represent. And this gift shop here, you can buy all sorts of stuff with like these red pandas and monkeys, lions, vultures. Amazing. It even has the music playing from the actual gift shop. I don't think I've spent some time in this gift shop, but I don't think I bought anything in here. But I think my favorite aspect is that it blends in the actual gift shop props from Planet Zoo with custom ones, and they don't look out of place at all. So yeah, this is a little snack section if you want some unhealthy food. And I am kind of getting lost, which happens to me in these tours sometimes. But I'm gonna go this way, right? Yeah, this seems like a new environment for me. We get yet another view of this very central heart of the zoo. To our left, it's just staff for now, but we are going to, yes, there we go, see another very unique aspect here of the zoo, and that is the hyenas that get a very cool like hidden barrier effect with the area behind it. This is the spotted hyenas little section. They're not really hanging out over here at the moment. Let's stand here a bit and see if they do arrive. But as you can see, as you saw from us walking down that path, there is definitely a moat present here. But if you stand right here, it doesn't look like that at all. And you get this effect, which is just a classic zoo design at this point, but was at one point revolutionary, of these hidden barriers. Where are the hyenas at? Oh, we missed one. We just missed one. They're a bit hard to spot. Haha. There we go. We get one sniffing the tree, or probably pooping. I think that's the pooping animation, because it wouldn't be a Planet Zoo tour without pooping animals, would it? Right. Yeah, they're not gonna give me the money shot that I desperately crave. Anyway, this is another very well recreated little spot. Bang on exactly what it looks like in the real world, because Beekse Bergen has a pretty sizable breeding program for the cheetah. Look at it over there. That is just gorgeous. It has several cheetah habitats, some of them drive through, others for the walking tour. And at several times during my visits to the cheetah habitats, I've seen cheetah cubs actually, which are beautiful and adorable. And this is a thing I've tried to recreate many times, but never have done it as well as Goran has here, with this like eye level view here. Well, not quite eye level, but like chest level view here. Should the cheetah ever come walking past you, you would pretty much look it straight in the eye. And once again, yeah, just the look of these cheetahs with these just like very Dutch foliage, right? It's just so unique to me. And this like mound back here with the sleeping arrangement. What is that piece? I want to know. What is this? It's the plaster cones, just to make it look like a smooth mound of sand. Wonderful. All right. Hyena Creek yeah, we're sort of doing it backwards. Here we get another cheetah look at the cheetahs. Same habitat we saw just then. And as you can see, there's several habitats separated from one another. And we are sort of tempted by 2 habitats at this point. We're gonna check here first. I hear the hyenas, and there is one of them having a rest. And look at this beautiful mud wall recreation, and this like burrow for them, with the black representing a deep dark shadow. Beautiful mud wall over here. I mean mud wall, just like this faux rock wall is more the word. And here we get another. Look how immersed I am in this zoo that I actually moved out of the way for this zookeeper. But yeah. Look at it. There is an actual cheetah cub there. Is that his cub? I think it is, right? With actually like a little hill there for them to parade on. And the food has been dropped right in front of us. I believe this is the part where I saw a lot of people, like amateur photographers with huge gear, taking pictures of the the cheetah cubs that were present here. And I just love the fencing here, the natural, like realistic fencing here that you get in real zoos. Nothing too fancy, just look at this amazing glimpse there of I believe mother cheetah that would be. I'm not even sure what she's standing on back there, but it works perfectly. Amazing. And the little step here for kids. Like, who? Amazing. I just hear the laughter of the hyenas. Such an awesome, unique setting for them, right? Between these trees. And yes, we continue on. You usually visit this part of the zoo in this direction, but we are heading backwards. Or maybe not. I'm doing sort of a clockwise deal. And this is if I remember correctly, and I might not remember correctly, this used to be an African wild dog habitat that has become a cheetah habitat. I'm not too sure. Once again, the expert absolutely would be JustGoron, but we get a sort of watchtower, guard tower view here of the cheetah. And as you can see, there's so much going on in the back, and we're gonna check out what all of that is, because I see like what is that, like a gas tank or something, and then these shelter buildings, and I see movement back there too. Like, yeah, there's keepers walking. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. And we definitely need to check that out before we go. And here is another... I believe I saw him building this in like a stream or something. Just like this like maintenance shed backstage facility in plain view, which Planet Zoo has sort of trained us not to do, but in a normal zoo, it's definitely present. With even the gates rendered like this. Fantastic. And then the cables keeping this aviary functioning. Here's also a gate here for the rangers to drive through or walk through. And then we get an aviary, and I'm not sure if you can hear it, but there's actual audio playing of the birds in there. Ah, look at these wonderful gathered up sticks and branches and trunks and everything. Gorgeous to sort of hide the fence back there. But I'm enthralled by this aviary first of all. So we're gonna head into this little building with the signs and the flip book to read about the species. And we get our glimpse here. We get the eastern crested guinea fowl. We get the secretary bird. We get the Cape vulture. Now we're standing on top of the aviary, which is very rude. I apologize. And yeah, I do believe there's more than those birds present, but yeah, the African sacred ibis as well. And as a backdrop, for free, you get the elephants. I love it. I love how the, guinea-fowl and ibis are very active, and the vultures are just like, I just want to stand here, to be honest. Very vulture behavior. And we get these little binoculars to have a better view. This amazing sign. Once again, let me repeat until I drop. Custom made by Goron. Just to show you, this particular thing is made of 1,567 tiny little combined objects, and I don't even know where to begin. And then this building itself also made of separate planks, and there's a roof. Amazing. It really truly is. And yeah, let us march on. We get a better glass view here of the aviary. So yeah, in case you're wondering, all of the birds present in this aviary are modded animals, which understandably Goron has made use of to render this zoo accurately. And the secretary bird has been so highly requested that it was, pretty much a no-brainer to include it in the selection of mods in the zoo. We have been here. Yes, this is that one playground. We are now heading that way or not. I do see a sign back there instructing us to stop, because that is returning us to part number 1. Who is this? Carlos. Oh, yeah, he's the one who made the props. So we are going to head over here, do a sprint past these things that we've already seen. Oh, there we go. There is the Bat-Eared Fox. It wasn't loaded in the first time I saw this habitat, but there we go. The Bat-Eared Fox is there. Amazing. I haven't seen it myself when I visited, but there you go. Sharif and his 2 buddies. Awesome. Let us sprint some more past this great habitat, because we only have a little bit still to see of section 2 of the zoo, and then we move on to section 3 that offers some very surprising animals actually. There's some animals that, the patterns of the zoo are giving you a lot of Africa, but there's some animals in this zoo that might surprise you with their presence. And that we've seen this already, right? The bull elephant. Wow, I'm hearing like a deep roar. I wonder if that's this guy. Or is that the lions? What am I looking at? I'm hearing very scary sounds actually. I'm not too sure what this is. This is like I'm not too sure. What are those roars? I'm scared. Anyway, let's not get too distracted. The elephant is sleeping, and you get this very interesting, this whole logistic center almost, right? If you really want to keep elephants in a zoo, you have to have a whole lot of precautions and systems in place to manage it. It's not just a building and then a gate for them to walk in and out of. You need to build things like this to keep everyone safe, the animals, the people that take care of them. And I think if you really need inspiration, you gotta go to real life places and take a lot of pictures, and only then can you recreate something like this, but also understand what you're looking at, because I don't know what I'm looking at. But we are actually, there we go. Here we get a great little habitat with 2 animals. In fact, we get the red river hog and the banded mongoose, which I always have seen as the superior mongoose to the meerkat. Meerkats are great, but I love the mongoose, the dwarf mongoose, the banded mongoose. Wonderful. Yeah, this funny little section at the edge of the zoo here. Very funny little habitat, sort of hidden away in this like very interesting little section of the zoo where they clearly needed something to fill in the environment here. And here with this like I don't know what it's called again, this like immersive effect where your terrain is also present in the animals' terrain, so you feel more connected to them, I guess. But we are moving past the elephant backstage, and I'm very much sure that I can head in here to check them out. There is so much going on back there, and like it's not normal. Right, you know what I mean? Goran knows so much about this zoo and has seen pictures, taken pictures, but you know what I mean? You don't do this if you're a normal person. Like, it's all built. I know I said I was gonna do this at the end, but like this mound of dirt or whatever made out of mulch patches. And like, I mean, there's so much going on. Don't tell me he... Oh, that is actually the giraffe shelter. We're gonna have to check that out. Actually, I'm gonna try and stick to my promise. We'll look at all of that at the end. We're not supposed to go here, but I'm very sure that yes, over here we do get to go on the... hang on. Let us go like this. The shelter here, the indoor shelter for some of the elephants at least. This is what they eat daily. And yes, that is very much accurate. These like logs with the dirt gathered around them. This food hanging there. Amazing. Gorgeous, right? And you know, there's something to be said. I know that some people might think like this isn't like original. I know it's impressive. You cannot deny that it's impressive. But some people might say, oh, it's not original. He just built a real zoo in Planet Zoo. So obviously it's a great zoo. But I think what's so exciting about seeing this zoo is like it automatically, just by its design, becomes one of the best zoos in all of Planet Zoo, because I haven't seen anyone build a shelter like this, an elephant shelter. I've seen a lot of Planet Zoo videos over the past 5 years. I've never seen anyone do something like this, and that really says something, right? That Planet Zoo builders have tried to create realism, but that actual realism is only attainable by really copying reality. That got a bit too deep. You were escaping, weren't you? I don't know what I'm saying, guys. I've been talking for a long time. I hope you can just enjoy the visuals while Yelbu yaps about a whole bunch of stuff. We've seen this habitat, of course, but we are zooming past this section here, because this is an interesting part here. We get another giraffe, sable antelope view here, and the African buffalo also lives here. And especially from the cars, if you're in the cars, you don't see that they're separated from the rest. You know, it sort of appears like they can roam the rest of the habitat, but these guys are known for their temperament and that they're not easy to handle, so they are actually kept separate from the other animals. So yeah. Also, one thing I've learned is that usually when I've been driving through this part of the zoo, it was late and the giraffes all knew it was time to head to their shelter, so they were all just standing around their shelter. And apparently they all have like their own little whistle or sign or call, and then one by one the separate species enter their shelter back there. And yeah, if you want, guys, you can actually rent one of those bungalows and wake up in the morning and get to see animals from your breakfast table, which is what I had. I had a whole balcony with a view of rhinoceroses, sable antelopes, giraffes, and I just sat with my laptop, working, having fun at night, looking at these animals going to rest themselves, and it was just an amazing experience. And we are absolutely going back later to actually have that experience, but with the lions that time, which I'm absolutely looking forward to sharing it with my 2 kids as well. Amazing. And we have now arrived at this little playground that we have seen before, and I think we have now seen everything that Split Up file number 2 has to show us. So guys, we are moving on to Split Up file number 3, and I'll see you after the cut. Alright guys, I loaded in the 3rd file and my English teacher senses started tingling immediately. This file contains the back of the zoo. Come on, man, literally untourable. Obviously not. This is very tourable. Look at this, guys, there in the back. That is one of the islands that is discoverable via the boat tour, and it offers this very unique view here of the yak, a mud there, a wonderful mud hare, traipsing through the forest, and amazing stuff. Just imagine the boat coming past here, or being on it, which I haven't done and I really want to do actually. But this time around we're sort of doing counterclockwise. We get some hints as to what's coming next, but the first thing we are going to see is I've forgotten actually what is in here. Is it like the Moor gazelle or the Dama gazelle or something? I mean, or the Dorcas gazelle, one of those. It's actually not in here. So let's move actually to what is one of my favorite places in this entire zoo, as we check out this wonderful river bend again with the yaks and these wonderful trees who have been placed, you know, in interesting shapes and ways. But this is one of the tiger habitats, so close to the real thing. And yes, this zoo, aside from its very large African animal collection, also has a collection of Asian animals, including, of course, this Bengal tiger. And they are kept in several solitary habitats until, you know, they need to be together for doing, you know, nature's business. But look at this beautiful remaster as well of the Bengal tiger, with this awesome fencing that always really, I don't know, excites me and inspires me. The green coloring of it and the shape, sort of, yeah, something in me is awakened when I see those fences. So I'm so happy to see the OG recreator Goron actually built them himself. So yes, a solitary Bengal tiger habitat, very realistic. Obviously, you will rarely see groups of them. Like Paradisa has a group of 4 tigers sharing one habitat. Apparently they're brothers, but I've always thought that was kind of crazy. And yeah, as you can see, the safari tour is there, the boat tour, all of that is for later, because we get another view here at another tiger habitat. As you can see, that one is over there, and this one is resting over here in such a lovely spot. Beautiful shot actually of the tiger resting there. Such a realistic vibe. Fantastic. Trust me, guys, this 3rd part of the zoo has some very unexpected things still coming your way. Starting with the tigers, but there's some lovely stuff still coming your way, and I'm very excited to see. how Goron has interpreted them, starting with this bee hotel, which once again is a work of absolute lunacy and madness, with all of these logs and things placed inside. You know, I'm used to it by now. I expect nothing less, but still. And there we get yet another aviary, and this is a very nice one actually. This is like a very cheerful one with a lot of smaller birds as well, many of whom are not present in this version of the game, but this is like a very cheerful aviary. We do get this very cool up-close view there of the gray-crowned crane, I believe, and the Eurasian spoonbill. A lovely poop there. But in the actual aviary, this is a very lush environment with plenty of other birds as well, beyond just the ones you are seeing right now. So don't want to step on the roof. Here we get a bit of a view that you're not really supposed to get. But there we go. Awesome mods. Again, both of these are mods, but you wouldn't really know, honestly, if they very well could pass as actual animals from the game. We move past this custom picnic table, and once again the surprises don't end, because what's coming next you're not gonna guess if you don't know, well, after this of course, because this part really mixes it up and gives you some unexpected animals and habitats. This is yet another view here of the third and I believe final tiger habitat, with these glass windows. Also these ones, just like with the lions, have these like paw scratches and marks on them from the tiger interacting with the glass. I've never seen them do it, but the thought alone and the size of the paws always strikes me. We're not heading over there just yet. We are going to head over here, where we see this path immersed into the tiger habitat. The tiger doesn't seem to be around at the moment, but we are going to see the Nile, what was I gonna say there? The nijlpaarden and krokodillen, which you probably have guessed is the hippos and crocodiles. So we are going to enter this building, and let me tell you, in case you don't know, yes, this is exactly what the building looks like. And Goron, I'm so sorry, I actually have downloaded the files for the videos, but I can't get them to work. Or I'm not sure, but I've noticed that the videos aren't playing. Anyway, there's a crocodile skull that a lot of people love to touch, and as well some crocodile eggs. And there you get the non-crocodile in there. Honestly, very small habitat. I would love to see zoos in the real world give these guys some more space. They don't really seem to need it, but it still feels kind of like off. That is actually a lot of times when I go here, there's like a crocodile laying on this, climbing on top of it and resting on this little spot here. But yeah. And then yes, as you can see, there's like this plateau above us, and I'm going to hope that these stairs are actually traversable in explore mode. Yes, they are, to get you a bit of a little top-down view here of the crocodiles, should you need it. In the real zoo, there's like 2 or 3 of them in here. This little waterfall section, and over here is an indoor area for the hippos, which obviously do have a much larger outdoor habitat. Love the setting here, the industrial realistic vibe over here. Beautiful rock work. And as we exit, I love that sign, by the way. Even the glint in the eye here, amazing. And we are leaving, and we are going to see the backside of a very interesting habitat. We have the Nyala, and we have the hippopotamus. Most of the time I go here, they're not visible that much, and they love to hang out over here. But still love to see them. And as you can see, there's a whole restaurant and gift shop thing right over there, and I'll tell you all about that because I have some fun memories of this place. But yes, another wonderfully rendered building. And we reconnect with this path. We give a nice little look here at the statue that actually you can crawl into as a kid, and then your head pokes out of the mouth of a crocodile. That is kind of the joke that you have here. So that's a fun little nod to that little statue here. We zoom past here, past the aviary that does get a second viewing opportunity right over here, with these nice little seats to enjoy your stay here. But we are going to check out some other big hits, because the safari tour, what's all this then? The backstage of the aviary? That's fair, right? But yes, the black buck does live over there. It is mostly supposed to be an area for the boat ride, as you can tell, but you do get an opportunity to see them with even like these little docks and these pipes. And that's just, I just gotta shake my head at this point. But I wonder how it must feel to like work here or be a regular visitor and visit this place, because I've been in this zoo like 4 times, I think. But if you work there or go there as often and you see this, then it really must you know, strike you even more just how close this is to the real thing. Beautiful black buck habitat here, really honestly gorgeous, the way the colors work together, the trees, and like the dedication of the park to keep those trees part of the animals' habitats. And then even like this rickety dock is recreated. You have to love it. And again, Goron puts a tree log here, cut down, that is there in the real park. I don't doubt it for a second. Right, we get another opportunity here to see the hippos. Both of them are now submerged. I seem to recall at one point, yes, there we go, a marabou stork. Also, well, one of them is not doing too well, but let's ignore that for now. There is also a marabou stork that lives here, at least one. And you see some lemur islands back there. I don't see any lemurs at the moment. We'll have to check it out close by. We have now arrived at a little place called the Kongoplein, the Kongo Plaza, the Kongo Place, with a restaurant. And first, before we continue the tour, we need to go to like the farthest part of the zoo, and that is this direction. But let's check out the Kongo Plaza first and foremost, because again, look at this. Little snack area. This is usually a very busy place. You have so many parents with kids here, and people just resting, having food, looking at this habitat, trying to see the hippos when they come up for air. And this also is here, and I just love it. This is like some sort of bouncy castle thingy, like a bit of a trampoline filled with air, and you get children jumping up and down and rolling here. And obviously it is included in Goron's recreation, just as these picnic tables. So amazing stuff. And then we get some trees. We get another beautifully rendered playground, birdhouses. Even these tents are there from the actual Kongoplein, and this like children's playground thingy where they can play with water. You know what I mean, right? Water comes down and you can redirect the streams and everything. There's a slide over here. We're not going to head there just yet. we want to see the sights, of course, with the beautiful hippos back there. I have the Nyala remaster in here, but there doesn't seem to be a male Nyala here to show it off. So this is the friet and snacks. This is where you can get your fries and your snacks, and you get a very Dutch thing here. You order here first of all, and then you step here, and here is where you get your food. And of course of course Goron recreated an actual frying station for fries with actual French fries included, built out of yellow gutter caps, because of course Goron did this. And this is this is like I believe this is where you get your condiments like ketchup and everything. And this is a very Dutch thing. One thing you get in the Netherlands and some other places, I don't doubt it, but there's a kitchen behind here preparing fried snacks, and you just you have them displayed here behind glass windows where they're sort of kept heated, and you put some money in here, the glass window opens and you get your snack. And that's like a very typical Dutch thing that has never really made it to the place where I live in Belgium. And I just love, I've seen Goron do a lot of these videos where he visits zoos and he films like between these gates, and this might have been a nod to that, like where he has actually recorded back there and then put it in the game. But you know, that level of detail with the bins here and the bicycles and everything, it is just stupid. And this gift shop, I've been in here, I've visited this restaurant, and alright, first of all, before we go to the gift shop, let's enter the Kongo Restaurant. So much atmosphere once again present here. You go over here, you get your food, you get your watermelons, you get your fruits, you get everything you want. Like, what is this? Like, I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but and you get your cake, you get your orange juice, and then this is where you pay. Amazing stuff at the register, and then you get, oh, look at the lighting, by the way. Oh my god, Planet Zoo is really doing this build the service with this beautiful lighting, but look at the colors at play here. Such a wonderful place to hang out. I am having so much fun touring this. And then the animals back there, this is just an absolutely stunning achievement. You don't often see people build something like this, and it really goes to show the amount of time that was put into this. The restroom is back there, or I don't know what this is, but Goron put it in here, so I trust that it is in the real restaurant as well. And then there is a gift shop, and I don't want to get too lost, but I'm going to show you the gift shop regardless, because obviously Goron put it in the game, and I believe that I can even tell you that last time I was here, I told my daughter, who was like 2.5 at the time, that she could pick one toy from here, and I was really prepared to give her anything that she asked for, and she picked the crocodile. And it is actually present right where she picked it up, because that is the amount of detail we're working with. That is where she found the crocodile and she brought it home. But yeah, beautiful gift shop. Just by default, one of the best I've ever seen. And these cute little parrots. I genuinely want to buy one of those. The lions, the pandas, the penguins. Fantastic. The lunch boxes, the hats, sunglasses, everything, the masks, the flamingo with like its head drooping down just like a real toy would. Fan-bloody-tastic, really. And if you head through here, you get a chance to, I'm generally getting a bit lost at this point. But you do get a chance to check out the Lemur Islands, but I'm not seeing any lemurs actually. And I'm not sure, I think I have this suspicion that this is... No, it is a habitat. Is it my fault or your fault, Goron? I don't know what to say. That there's no lemurs in here. Maybe it didn't work the way you wanted it to, but in case you... And it needs repeating, this is where the lemurs live, and this is their 2 islands that they get. And yeah, what else is there? The restrooms, another kakhuis, another shit house here. I'm so missing stuff right now. I'm getting so lost at this point. Is this the this is like the very big parking lot, right? Yeah, this is the part of the safari tour. This is like the midway point of the safari tour, where you maybe park your car and you can maybe do the park walk, come back here and do the drive, or you park your car here, have something to eat, and do the rest of the drive. You have your options are open for you, but we're not really supposed to head here. We're supposed to head where we just looked at the restroom. There we go. This is the kakhuis restroom, beautifully rendered with all of the cute little African detailing here. Washing basins. Get your tissue here, put it in here with like the bag recreated here by Goron. The no smoking sign. Come on, man, you're putting the rest of us to shame with this insane level of detail. The retaining wall here, keeping the world at bay, you could say. I am just endlessly entertained by the level of detail. I know, guys, I've probably said that so much during this video, but I hope you understand just how much fun I'm having. So, right, this is where the zoo takes some surprising turns. We head here first. First of all, I'm hearing some strange noises. This is the sloth bear habitat. And as you can see, it has this very interesting little wall back there, the sloth bear here, and they are kept company by the Asian small-clawed otter. But I think the thing that will stand out to you is that over there, and that is a rope bridge. Last time around, it wasn't accessible, and perhaps this sign says as much, but yeah, it seems like the entry is barred, or perhaps this means, like, you know, if you're a kid, you're supposed to enter. But you know, let's do it like this. What a unique experience, right? To be on a rope bridge and walk over the bears. And they're quite quirky, funky little habitat with these very interesting viewing areas. I'm sort of giving you spoilers, you've probably seen it, but yeah, what a unique little way for kids and adults, but mostly it will be kids probably doing this, to see the sloth bear down there and then rejoin with your parents, I guess, at the other end, and then your parents say, actually you missed some animals, and then you go back here and they show you this wonderful vista of the African forest buffalo, one of the best mods that's out there. If you're a PC player, go and check out this mod. It is one of the best mods that I've seen. I instantly had to get it, and there's a wonderful vista back there. And they share this habitat with the Nyala as well, I seem to recall. Although it looks like the Nyala actually, well, yeah. Are they sectioned off from anything? I don't really recall what this fence means, because they can clearly get over here, right? Is this where you can buy food to feed the ducks or something? It might be. I don't recall. I think this is also a newer part of the zoo. I'm not too sure. I know that part, this section of the zoo, one time I went here, was under construction, and then this sort of took me by surprise, so I think this is a rather new part of the zoo, honestly. I might be wrong there. Once again, let me see if the expert Goron can tell me more about that. And here you get a more private little viewing experience here for the sloth bear and the otter as well, which does really have this like strange angular like a water section right over here and right over here. I haven't seen the otter in here myself during visiting, so it's a bit of a dream of mine, I guess, to see them. But once again, rendered to absolute perfection. We move on. We are going to see some more quirky little habitats over here with the lemurs that get their little islands, climbing experiences, smelly little mound of fruit. Just a nice little shaded atmospheric lemur habitat. And this is probably also one of Goron's favorite places in his zoo, because this is, everyone knows this at this point, Goron's favorite animal, the red panda. He's even done charity streams to support this wonderful animal. So I wholeheartedly believe that he put his absolute best effort into recreating this habitat, with the mossy walls here, with the beautiful moat here, the plants inside, the rotten littered forest leaves down there, and this beautiful climbing environment for these amazing animals. It's so good. It's so good, even with like these little ropes to keep these young trees growing the way they should. You don't see stuff like that in I mean, you probably do. There's probably zoos out there that do that. I haven't seen every zoo, obviously, but like I would have never thought of adding that. But just look at the complexity here of the foliage, and then the use of, what is that? What is that? 118. What am I looking at? What is this? Classic flower bed. Why was I so confused by this? I don't know. Anyway, beautiful habitat, beautiful creatures. Fun fact, the giant panda was actually named after this guy. They found the panda and they went, hey, that looks like this guy, but giant. Obviously, of course, you know, when I say they found this guy, I mean Western scientists found this guy. Obviously, they were not the first ever. Let's do the adventure path once again. So we get our own little unique view of the okapi sleeping. Is that a young juvenile okapi? Oh, that is an adult okapi. And just like you did, I saw a dig running past. They also, you know, it's a very classic combination. Oh, look at these beautiful mounds of dirt here. Just like the terrain work here, built with rocks and mulch and terrain, and then this cute little, I know we're not supposed to be here, but this cute little shed here for the sloth bear. Anyway, yeah, that is also the charm of Beekse Bergen in the real world, like the wild aspect of it, like parts of it are still very much a forest experience. So it's also just a very nice walk. And then you get this wooden platform viewing area for the okapi. And although these trees are very much not part of their biome, thanks for the poop, it just works. It does give it a very dense forested feel, and that is exactly the sort of habitat that these wondrous creatures deserve. And somewhere in these tall grasses is the dig. There you go. There it is. a very classic combination, although especially, you know, when I was younger, I always saw these signs of the dik-dik, and I don't think I ever saw it. And it was only until recently where I apparently have gained some more luck in that sense, and I've started seeing these little dik-dik and even like the duikers in the habitats, where in the past there were only like implied occupants of the habitat. But this is only one of the okapi habitats present in this zoo. So let us continue on. Look at the density here. I love it. The canopy above us. Okay, now I've seen this building many times in Goron's videos, and he deservedly shows it off as a very close recreation, but I have no idea how he did it, and I want to know, like, are those all? Am I just looking at font pieces? It's hard for me to click them apparently, but that's just stupid, man. This building looks exactly like the real one, and understanding now that how these things were built out of font pieces. Come on, man. And even on the inside you get this view here of the okapi baby and the mother and perhaps the father back there, sticking its face out of the bars there, and another dik-dik, and there you get the stupefying stuff. There, another superlative I hadn't used yet. And then if you need a little rest from all the gorgeous animal, you can sit here and look at this fantastic section of nature here, where I'm gonna take a little break myself, have a little drink, and I'll see you after the jump cut. Alright guys, I'm well aware that you don't need to know that I just had a drink, but that is just what you get with these Yellow Boot tours. I visit these zoos like I am truly visiting a real life zoo, and you get to experience it with me live, unfiltered, raw, you could say. So yeah, if I won't need to have a drink, I will tell you about it, because at this point during all of this walking, I would definitely sit down here and have a little drink and just enjoy the moment before moving on. So that's what you get with these tours. If you actually enjoy tours like this, then I hope you don't mind. Did we check out this? No, we didn't. Another okapi habitat here. This one seemingly a bit more like what's the word? Involving more broken down wooded areas, and we get a more forested walk over here with another bee hotel and this very nice like where the fence lowers and you get a less obstructed view here of the okapi. And the safari tour back there, and understandably the cars don't actually pass through the okapi habitat because these are oh, that tree is actually an enrichment item. I love it. That is one of those parts where that actually works so well. And there we get actually the look at it, we get some dromedaries coming to check out the okapi. What a fun little interaction here between animals who would never ever meet in the wild. And we will see those guys later as we continue on heading over this ranger path. And look, guys, you can definitely tell something exciting is coming, judging from those fences. You know, I always get excited when I see fences like that, because I just know some amazing animals are coming. But they're also at this side. This is another spotted hyena habitat, a very, very large one. The scale isn't quite, I did say in the beginning, like it's full scale accurate. It's not full scale accurate. The real zoo is a bit bigger, and habitats like this are a bit bigger in actuality, but it wouldn't fit on the Planet Zoo map otherwise. So but still, this is a very large habitat, even without it being as big as the one in Beekse Bergen. But here we get the wonderful hyenas with their babies. Are they called cubs or whelps? I'm not too sure actually, but I love it. I love the dry moat here, the mossy growing here, the ferns, and these very trademark, once again, green Beekse Bergen fences. But yes, right on time. Thank you so much. That's what we wanted to see. I was just about to say we get the majestic African lion second habitat over here, but of course we had to see the king poop. But there we go. This is the second and larger of the lion habitats, and once again, what a sight to behold, guys. If you want to build a lion habitat and if you want to make it realistic, feast your eyes on something like this. This is what a lion habitat can look like. Yeah, I since my next project is aspiring to be a more realistic zoo, I am absolutely going to load up this zoo many times and check out, you know, what does a real zoo actually do instead of what can I do with the crazy stuff in Planet Zoo. I want to try and be more down to earth with how I build. Let's see where that takes me. I don't even believe it myself, to be honest. But this effect as well of like the ground heading right up to the glass is just great. And you can see the cars there. Another nice touch. It gives you the impression that the cars are driving through the lion habitat. They are not. They are separated from each other. I know safari experiences exist where you actually drive through the lions. This is not one of them. And this always has given me the most Jurassic Park vibes of the whole Beekse Bergen. You really are on this like elevated like cliff, driving past the dangerous predator, like the scene with the T-Rex, but then without the storm and the dying and the killing and the screaming. But such a beautiful habitat. The terrain work here with the gentle slopes, the way the ground is covered with so many different plants, this rock which is made of so many other rocks. I am having so much fun. And then these overgrown fences, just fantastic. Even these drainage gutters here. Ah, man, look at this. Can you imagine? This is actually, believe it or not, the first time I've seen the Line remaster in game. I've downloaded it a long time ago, but if you've been following along, I'm doing a African zoo and I've been postponing the lion probably until the very end, because, you know, the lion habitat in an African zoo needs to be the best one. And this one is also great, of course, but we gotta move on at some point. This is like where you can climb up, especially if you're a kid. This is where the kid will want to climb up and check the lions. And if you get lucky, you can really get very close to them and see these wonderful predators in a very intimate way. Beautiful animals. Beautiful mod, beautiful remaster. With the lion eating the Pepsi bottle over here. So we get a second opportunity to view the hyenas here. Right over here. There we go, the cub exploring on its own. Rejoin with this path. And I'm going to hazard a guess that I'm not supposed to head there. Although I'm tempted to do so. This is like the... Yeah, this is, if I'm not mistaken, just a safari ride part of the zoo. That means, guys, that we need to go back to the Kongoplein, and I'm just gonna take you with me while doing that because we still have some stuff to look at. So bear with me as I return. I've actually been doing the whole tour on overcast, well, the whole third part, so the weather is improving a bit. So, right, there we go. You can get some burgers and sandwiches here. You can eat them here. I wonder what you can get here. This looks like something in disuse, actually. Right over here, you get another opportunity. Oh man, this is so good. This is so good. Look at this, guys. I'm just smiling. This is just so good. I just want to stand up and applaud what I'm seeing, because this is such an amazing sight. It works so well, the way you've recreated the atmosphere of the real zoo but still made it your own, and in doing so created one of the best zoos I've ever visited in Planet Zoo. It is just stunning. Really. And even the way it works with like the bends in the water, where it looks like these things are all connected when they aren't. This is an interesting habitat. Right now it houses pelicans. It used to be a habitat for, if I'm not mistaken, sea lions, and at times that gate was opened and the whole river that you've been seeing, like literally the whole thing, until the very start of the zoo, was actually accessible by the sea lions. And I was really stunned when I found out about that, because that means that the sea lion can actually get out of the water at various places in the zoo and just start roaming around. In theory, like they could even get here and just start roaming around. And apparently they didn't, or something. I need to either read more about that or ask Goron himself. But yeah, this used to be like the sort of smaller basin for the sea lion. And this rock wall has always been very inspirational to me, because it's like the faux rocks, but to give them more of the illusion of depth, there's actually like a black plaster wall behind them to really add even more shadow to this. And that's such a neat idea, giving this such a nice texture and color. And yeah, great stuff. Again, great white pelican is a mod, one of the best ones out there. Go check it out, because it works so well. You can add those animals to so many places in a park, and it would make sense. Right, guys, as we read some educational signs about cleaning and the plastic islands that are present in the ocean, and a call to action, we're not going to head there because we were there already. We're going to head past the pelican right over here. This is, as you can see, as you just witnessed, a lemur experience. We get a little bridge that they don't want to cross, and we are told here things not to do. In fact, I think you have to leave your strollers behind as well. And we are going to head into the wonderful lemur forest, and these guys are really making use of it. Amazing. I have to say, whenever I visit like a lemur walkthrough experience, they're usually all just in one spot, like all of them sitting in a group hugging each other. So you maybe I've had some bad luck, but I rarely see them. I've rarely seen them really active like this. But yeah, this is the lemur adventure experience. We'll go there later on, because we are going to check out this beautiful nature section here with even more climbing environments. information about the lemurs. This little hut. Places for them to feed, to hang out, the little bamboo hanging. And so much of this is actually climbable and traversable for the lemurs, which means that you can find them anywhere in this habitat, really. And I want to go back and show you this, because this is, if I'm not mistaken, an actual path that is traversable by staff and guests alike. And it doesn't look like it. It really looks like one of those places where water streams past and you have to walk over it. But this is just accomplished by very small, very smart, placement of pieces so that the path is hidden. And as you can see, it has these water effects, and it's such a wondrous touch. I'm just gonna steal this, right? Next time you see me doing something like this, you know where I got it from. But yeah, this is where the lemurs would live inside. This leads us to... Do we need... I don't think we're supposed to be here, or we are. We're actually allowed to be here, but I'm gonna head past this little guy over here, who is doing some interesting meditating, I must say. But I think we get a glimpse into the lemur backstage there, or at least a glimpse at their backstage living area. And we get a hint of what's coming next. One of my favorite animals in the world. And also one of the best habitats in the zoo. Look at this. Cute little door, stacked rocks, the coat hangers and everything. Here comes the African penguin. We get a nice little place to rest. It's almost making me sad, because I know I'm getting to the very end of this walking tour, and but we're going to end on a high, truly. This is the African penguin, and such a fantastic atmospheric habitat with this, this local foliage. But it just works, right? This heavily planted area over here, and then their little beach with their cute little caves for them to nest in and seek shelter in. Also, those little brick caves for them. They can swim around. I love these animals so much, and this is another wonderful recreation of their real-world environment. And yeah, I do not remember if they can actually do this or not. I don't recall this being a walkthrough habitat, or maybe I'm getting mixed up with a... But anyway, these particular penguins... Wow! Wow. That was nice, but this is really, really nice. Look at this, guys. You're seeing this, right? Oh, even with the penguins there. What a sight. I'm gonna take a quick photo of this. But what a wonderful sight. Truly one of the most beautiful things I've seen in Planet Zoo. How many rocks are in there? But this is a wonderful little place. You could also reach it via here. This is where the bird show takes place. And as you can tell, it is also the end of the walking tour. So when you arrive at the right time, it's very busy at that time, so it's crowded. You can sit right over here. That music plays, and you take a seat here. And then there's a keeper right over there who, interacts with a whole bunch of birds of prey, but not all of them are birds of prey actually. And in fact, Goron has placed one of them over here. As you can see, this is the Egyptian vulture, which is another wonderful mod. But I think what really makes this stand out, aside from the wonderful bird show, guys, if you can, check out the perhaps footage of this bird show yourself. It's really, really nice. It has beautiful music, and they really release the birds, and they get to fly high up in the sky. In fact, I've seen plenty of the birds actually go to these trees and return. It's not just them flying back and forth. They really get to go high up and explore this area. It's a wondrous experience, and also it's wonderfully planted and designed to be this little beautiful part of nature here. And then with the backdrop there of the Przewalski horse. What a word. Przewalski horse. I'm messing that up. And the camels back there. But yeah, I'm almost sad to say it, but this is truly where the walking tour concludes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the whole file. I'm going to load up the whole file, which does feature fewer animals, but still the frame rate is going to suffer for it, and I'm going to show you things that I didn't quite show you like this, show you top-down views, and probably explode in even more praise and superlatives directed at Goron. But guys, you know that he deserves it, right? This is actually the wheelchair accessible part of the which gives you a very exclusive, unique view, and you get the backstage there for all the birds of prey where they live. And the little stream here under the moss is such a nice touch. Absolutely brilliant. What a way to create a small stream, is have these water effects like under these moss rocks. Fantastic. I don't know what my thumbnail is gonna be for this, guys. I know that a video like this really needs a great thumbnail to get people watching. I don't know what I'm gonna do. How do I capture this zoo in one image? It's impossible. So perhaps this video is not going to get as many viewers as it needs, but I can tell you for sure that I have had already a lot of fun touring, and I will see you with the final overview, I guess. Thank you for watching so far. Alright, and here we are. This is the full file of Beekse Bergen with a smaller amount of animals, but still this is the whole thing. And as you can see, it is running at a steady 16, 17, frames per second on my PC, which is pretty much down to the fact that my PC is pretty powerful, and even then the number of animals in this zoo has been drastically lessened. But I thought I was going to give you just a big overview here of the vibe of this park. The walking tour that we just did is pretty much this section, and as you can see, there is also a safari ride that goes around the park. Let's start with these things. What you see here is the hotels, the bungalows that I've mentioned a couple of times. Goron has not built the whole thing, which I absolutely understand. But yeah, all of these are actually bungalows that actually offer you a view of other animals. And these are all other habitats where other animals sleep. So you wake up and you get to see these wonderful animals. And funnily enough, the one section where I actually slept during my time was a building right around here, and it's the only section that Goron didn't complete. But as you can see, even these buildings have been relatively detailed by Goron, and these bungalows as well are modeled on the real thing. And yeah, of course I could never put it past them to actually build out this entire section. It has to be said that Goron did not fully build out the car safari and did not fully build out the boat safari. That was not the intention, or perhaps it was, but it's just not feasible technically. But as you can see, this is the parking lot where we started out, but so much more is modeled than I've shown you before. The buses here, random, this is the entrance here. This is where you start the car safari, in fact, and I thought, why don't I just zoom through it to give you the main, the experience. It won't have every animal present, of course. So yeah, it does start like this with these two tusks, and you start right away with this habitat that we saw several times on foot. You get the zebra, you get the wildebeest, and as you can see, the ride is currently being blocked by a wildebeest who does not seem all too eager to stop. Then you head under this bridge where the walking tour is, and in this next part I don't think the animals have been put in here. I don't recall myself what's in here. Perhaps more antelopes seems to be the case. And yes, the rangers do drive around here. They have their own entrances and exits. Next up is the African wild dog, and yes, they are actually present here. As you can see, the wild dog is not to our left. What is that? What is that then? I don't know, but the wild dog is here to the right, and Goron did put that in. And yeah, I'm not going to get distracted just yet by all the backstage. So yes, here you have the wild dog drive-through area. Next up, this one might not actually have animals included in it. We're not supposed to head there. I think this is the cheetah part, if I recall. I feel like this is the part where actually the cheetahs are, but I don't think they are present here in Gordon's version. Oh, a very severe lag spike there. Yes, there is the crashed plane. And all of these are like small little shelters for the cheetahs. Moving on, we are going to head up a bit of a slope over this bridge which goes over the boat ride. And down again, and this is a very large forested area that does have, I believe, one woman who is eternally lost. And I believe this is where a whole bunch of deer are in this very large forest, and also some sort of cattle. So yes, we do have deer over here. Most of them seem to be hanging out here. We even have the Highland cow thingy. Is that called the Highland cow? I haven't used this much in the game, but yes, it is Highland cattle. There we go. So yes, they do have this section here with a lovely view there of the river. All of this is very, very close to what the real thing looks like. The first unmodeled building I've ever seen in the park, so let's not look at it. We have a whole bunch of guests who got stuck here. Let's see. This is a very large section, I believe, for the camels and the Przewalski horse, but I don't think they're present in this version. So yes, the camels, of course. Last time I was here, the camels, it was during fall, and our car had like gathered a lot of like fallen leaves in like this section of the windshield, and the camels would just walk up to our car and start snacking on all the sticks and dead leaves. So fun experience, of course. And then a bit of a mysterious section with some backstages that we're going to check out. I don't remember what's here, to be honest. We do get the parking here, the iconic sort of concentric circle parking here, where, as I said, you can go grab some food or go do the walking safari. And I think the car safari continues here. No, it doesn't really look like it. This is an actual backstage area. The car safari seems to continue over here with the forest buffalo and the Nyala, who we have already seen back there. So I don't think they're actually in here, but I still want to give you the vibe of this car safari, because let me tell you once again, the vibe is definitely close to the real thing. Yes, this is in here still. This is Addax ostrich, and I believe this is where the dromedary camel also hangs out. So it has these hills here with the ostrich having a little sleepy. Oh, that's cute. We have these two hills pretty much. There is a camel, indeed. They have some water in the middle. Very lush border around there with the bungalows in the back. We take a turn here. The okapi is there, if I remember correctly. I don't remember what's here. Just some antelopes, I think, and some deer. Oh, what am I saying? Yes, I do remember what's here. Yeah, here you head up a slope, and this is usually where the longest traffic jam occurs, because this is where you get a look at the lions. We saw them on foot back there, and this is, of course, where you see them in your car. And of course, one great effect here is that this fence does look hidden, and it does give you the impression that you are checking out the lions, you know, in their habitat. Although this hill does feel like a little bit more pronounced in the actual park than it does here. The hill does feel like you are higher up than this. But yeah, the lions here with the wonderful Scots pine everywhere. I just love that so much, that the foliage is just this tree everywhere. And then we get to the final habitat here for the drive-through with the giraffe, zebra. Why am I struggling? I'm struggling today with this zebra word. Zebra. I don't know. Yes, sable antelope and everything. Impala also here. A very, very large section. Very accurately modeled. And then this section here for the buffalo that gives you the impression. This is where the giraffes tend to eat. And at the end of the day, they hang out here. Or when it's raining, they all. We've had some bad luck during the safari tour before. And I believe that leads us to the ending of the safari tour, right? Yes, it does. So, of course, guys, Goron, you must know by now that he has also built so many things outside of, like, even office buildings, probably. I don't know what's in here, to be honest, just the sofa. Goron has modeled the interior of office buildings to an insane degree. So this is why I wanted to do this. I also wanted to check out buildings like this because, of course, Goron modeled, you know, central heating and microwaves and everything. Of course he did, right? Of course he modeled binders and boxes and chairs and everything and calendars. Like, why wouldn't he? He's Goron. He's the eternal recreator. He does this better than anyone. This building probably also, yes indeed, this is another sort of clearly an administration building, an office building, and he probably has been inside this building or has seen a lot of pictures of it. But even the cactus here, a custom built cactus looks like. What is this? Oh, it is the That's funny. It is the bottom of a tree. What else is there to look at? Even more administration buildings. Not all of them seem to be modeled on the inside, but you know, I'm not complaining, obviously. Yeah, so that is the safari tour. The parking lot, we did see the kakhuis, but there's more backstage stuff that we're going to check out. Of course, here at the back of the buildings we have the very sort of lumpy, chaotic backstage for the restaurant here. Top-down view here of the lions, the gorillas, is it? What else is there to look at for me? Did we check out these things? More backstage. All of them clearly modeled on the actual existing structures. With a barn for hay bales, containers, bikes. More storage sheds. Like, oh, this is just pure realism. I'm not quite sure what this section is, but it seems to be like an alternative yard for these animals to hang around in. We did see here the backstage for the elephant, I believe. We took a look here inside. We have seen all of this. Another backstage section that we did visit before, with some more places to keep animals. We get a bit of like what I wonder what this is. Bit of like a compost area is what it looks like. Of course, Goron built that. Of course he did, right? Does this look like compost? This looks like the old giraffe style. He knows it's used for storage, but he doesn't know what the inside looks like. I love it. And this is probably the new giraffe style then. Let's take a look inside with these wonderful, very tall fences. And one poor giraffe stuck inside with some smelly fruit. I love the tall doors. Very fun to look at. Alright, what else is there to see? So much backstage has been modeled. This is where apparently more of a construction area where they keep... I think we looked at this, right? I think we've seen this during the tour. Yes, we did. Right, that is the whole hotel section that we saw. We've been here. We've seen this. We've seen this. We didn't quite see this, I believe. More containers. More backstage. With even a smoker's zone here that was built. Love it. A little bit of a picnic area here for the staff. A sign that has been taken down and is stored here. Boxes and everything. Amazing. I'm just so entertained by this. All of this stuff is just modeled to perfection. I believe we can also go and check out the backstage for the bird show over here, which is where these birds hang out. Of course, they're not present here in the game, but this is the bird show backstage, and they fly from here to here, from here to here. During the last bird show I attended, one bird actually flew away and I didn't see it come back, so I wonder if something went wrong there. It flew all the way to these trees, so I hope that that animal was safely retrieved. All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think I'm just gonna give you another quick impression of what the boat tour would be like. Again, not all of this will be modeled to perfection, but it still gives you the atmosphere that you would desperately need, because Goron did put a lot of time even in this. Even if you might say that he didn't, he did, I'm sure of it. So the boat tour starts here like this. You get a nice view here of the black rhinoceros from this point of view. I don't know what's in here, to be honest. Maybe more rhinos. In any case, this is where there is a Debrasas monkey habitat, I believe, but it has not been modeled. You continue on under this bridge. Let's speed up. To the right, you get that whole deer habitat that you can check out. To the left, you get a good view here again of the white rhinoceroses and their massive area. And this is where the area gets very bendy. This might be where the yak, the wild yak, is residing. Here we have another one of those boats, also of course built by Goron. Even with engine sounds put in with audio. I love it. There's the back of that aviary with all the wonderful mud walls. Looks so good. This is the way I'm gonna try and build the borders now of any river. There's the black buck for you. Here you get, well, you're actually at the end here. So it kind of hurts me to say this, but that actually, unless I missed something very obvious, and I'm gonna get some upset comments about it, but that actually concludes our tour of the Beekse Bergen by Goron. A project that absolutely has captured my interest since its beginning, as someone who knows this zoo considerably well, having been there I don't know, 10 times probably. It's just a blast seeing this reconstruction, but even aside from the reconstruction, it is the dedication, the patience, the eye for detail, the unrelenting passion to make everything look right that really makes my jaw drop every single time. This custom signs that he has made, the even things like this are all constructed by interesting pieces in ways that you have probably never built them before. At least I know I haven't. And then just in general, a great guy, funny YouTuber, who also has done a lot of great videos about real life zoos to give us inspiration to build. And he's building another park as well. I think it's called Key Park. Sorry, Goron, I've forgotten the name. But yes, every aspect of this is so good. So guys, if you made it to the end of the video, I want to applaud you for your efforts, just as I want to applaud Goron's efforts. It has been an honor to visit this zoo. I'm kind of sad that it's over, because I would gladly continue my tour for even more things to visit, but sadly that is not really possible. Is this backstage modeled? Yes, it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. I'm glad I came here to check that out. Yes, we've been here. Alright, so guys, I will continue to repeat myself. It's almost like I don't want to hang up with my high school crush on the phone, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Goron, for building this. Go subscribe to Goron's channel. Go check out this zoo for yourself if your PC can handle it. And if you like this kind of tour, why don't you subscribe to me as well? This is Yelbu signing off, and I'll give you some final cinematics just to close off this wonderful tour. See ya!